biodiversity. Tonight's quiet lesson is about ocean life at night. The hidden movement of plankton, the soft language of bioluminescence, the calls of whales, and the living sea beneath moonlight. So sit back, get comfortable, and imagine a calm research vessel resting on dark water. You can listen closely, or simply let the lesson move slowly, like moonlight across the surface of the ocean. Tonight, we're going to study the ocean after dark. The sea does not fall asleep when the sun goes down. It changes. The surface becomes silver. The horizon softens. The wind may quiet, or it may move in long, dark folds across the water. Above, stars appear. Below, life begins to shift in ways that are easy to miss from land. For many marine animals, night is not an ending. It is an opening. Darkness can make it safer to move, safer to feed, safer to rise toward the surface. The ocean at night is full of small decisions. A fish leaving shelter, plankton drifting upward, a squid flashing light, a whale listening across distance. One of the most important nighttime events in the ocean is called deal, vertical migration. The word deal means daily, over a 24-hour cycle. Each night, huge numbers of tiny animals rise from deeper water toward the surface. Many are zooplankton, small drifting animals such as copepods, krill, and larval forms of larger creatures. They come upward to feed on phytoplankton and other particles near the surface. During the day, many of them move back down into darker water. This can help them avoid predators that hunt by sight. The movement is so widespread that it is often described as the largest migration on Earth by biomass. It happens quietly, vertically, every night, across large parts of the ocean. This migration matters far beyond the tiny animals themselves. When plankton feed near the surface and return deeper, they help move carbon through the ocean. Their waste, bodies, and movements become part of the biological carbon pump, one of the processes that carries carbon from the surface into deeper water. A nightly movement of small life becomes part of a planetary system. Night also belongs to bioluminescence. Many ocean organisms can produce light through chemical reactions. This living light may appear as blue sparks in breaking waves, glowing trails behind moving animals, or sudden flashes in the dark. It can be used to startle predators, attract prey, communicate, camouflage a silhouette, or confuse an attacker. In shallow tropical waters, some people see bioluminescent plankton glow when the water is disturbed. A hand moving through the water, a fish swimming, or a wave breaking on sand can trigger points of blue light. In deeper water, bioluminescence becomes even more important. Where sunlight cannot reach, living light becomes signal, disguise, lure, and warning. The colour is often blue-green because those wavelengths travel well through seawater. Red light is absorbed more quickly, which is why some deep-sea animals appear red or black and become difficult to see in the deep ocean. Light underwater is not simply brightness, it is physics, chemistry, and survival. If we imagine standing on the deck of a research vessel at night, the surface may look calm, but underneath, the water is layered with activity. Small fish may rise to feed, squid may hunt in short bursts, jellyfish may drift with slow pulsing movements. Larval animals, nearly transparent, may float like glass. Coral reefs also change after sunset. Many reef fish that are active during the day retreat into crevices or shelter. Nocturnal animals emerge. Crustaceans, worms, eels, and other reef dwellers move through the structure of the reef. Some corals extend their polyps at night, reaching into the water to capture plankton and particles. Coral itself is not a plant or a rock, though it can look like both. Corals are animals, often living in colonies, and many reef-building corals have a partnership with microscopic algae called zooxanthellae. These algae use sunlight during the day and provide energy to the coral. At night, the reef becomes less about photosynthesis and more about feeding, movement, and chemical exchange. Moonlight can also influence marine life. Some animals use moon phase, tides, and seasonal cues to time reproduction or movement. Famous examples include mass coral spawning events, when many corals release eggs and sperm into the water around the same time. The exact timing depends on species and place, but lunar cycles can be part of the pattern. The moon shapes the sea through tides as well. Tides are caused mainly by the gravitational pull of the moon, with the sun also playing a role. Intertidal animals living between high and low tide experience a world that changes repeatedly. At night, a tide pool under moonlight can become a miniature ocean, holding anemones, snails, crabs, algae, and small fish in a quiet, rocky basin. Farther from shore, the night ocean is also a world of sound. Water carries sound efficiently, and many marine animals rely on it. Whales are especially famous for sound. Humpback whales produce complex songs. Sperm whales use patterns of clicks. Dolphins use whistles and echolocation clicks. Sound can help animals communicate, navigate, locate prey, and stay connected in a world where vision is limited. Whale songs and calls are not simply background ambience. They are part of animal behavior, changing with species, context, and environment. A humpback song can travel through the water in long patterns. A blue whale call can be extremely low in frequency. A sperm whale can use powerful clicks while diving for squid. Each sound belongs to a body, a purpose, and a watery space. Human researchers study these sounds with hydrophones, underwater microphones that can listen below the surface. A research vessel at night may lower instruments into the water, collect acoustic data, map the seafloor, sample plankton, or track environmental conditions. The glowing windows and deck lights above the water may seem separate from the dark sea below, but the instruments connect the two worlds. Scientists also use nets, cameras, satellite tags, water samples, sonar, remotely operated vehicles, and careful observation. A plankton net can bring up tiny animals that look simple at first, but under magnification reveal legs, eyes, antennae, spines, and delicate transparent bodies. A camera lowered into the water can reveal animals that never come near the surface. A tag on a whale can show dive depth, movement, and sometimes sound. The night sea reminds us that much of life is hidden by scale. Some things are too small to notice without a microscope. Some are too deep. Some are too far away. Some are present only at certain hours. To understand the ocean, we have to accept that our first glance is incomplete. Turtles offer another connection between night and marine life. In many places, female sea turtles come ashore at night to nest. Hatchlings often emerge after dark and move toward the brighter horizon over the sea. Artificial lights near beaches can confuse them, drawing them away from the water. This is one reason lighting near nesting beaches matters. A gentle light for humans can become a dangerous signal for another species. Night also affects seabirds, seals, fish, and predators in complex ways. Some hunters use darkness as cover. Some prey use it as protection. Some animals follow the moonlit surface, while others avoid it. The The ocean is not one habitat, but many overlapping habitats: surface, reef, kelp forest, open water, seafloor, polar sea, tropical lagoon, and deep scattering layer. The deep scattering layer is a region in the water column where many small animals gather, often including fish, squid, and zooplankton. It was first noticed because sonar signals bounced off it, making it appear almost like a false seafloor. But it was alive. This layer often moves upward at night and downward during the day, another sign of the ocean's daily vertical rhythm. In polar seas, night can last a very long time. During polar winter, the sun may remain below the horizon for weeks and months. Scientists once imagined these dark seasons as times of near stillness, but research has shown that polar marine life can remain active in winter darkness. Animals continue feeding, moving, and responding to faint light, cues, moonlight, and biological rhythms. This changes how we imagine darkness. Darkness is not emptiness. It is a condition. Life adapts to it, listens through it, glows inside it, and sometimes depends on it. There is also a fragile beauty in the boundary between natural darkness and artificial light. Research vessels, coastal cities, ships, offshore platforms, and harbours all add light to marine environments. Artificial light at night can affect behaviour in some animals, from turtle hatchlings to fish and seabirds. The ocean has always known moonlight and starlight, but electric light is a newer presence. Light is not harmful in every situation. It means that light, like sound, is part of the environment. A lamp is not only a lamp. A ship engine is not only a machine. Human activity enters the sensory world of marine life. That idea can make us more careful, but also more connected. The ocean is not distant from us. It receives rivers, heat, carbon, sound, plastic, fishing pressure, protection efforts, research, and attention. What happens at night on the water is linked to choices made on shore. And still, the ocean remains full of quiet wonder. Imagine the research vessel again. Its warm windows reflect in dark blue water. The moon is high. The sky is scattered with stars. Somewhere below, plankton rise. Somewhere farther out, a whale calls. Tiny animals glow when disturbed. A reef opens its polyps. A turtle hatchling moves toward the sea. Kelp forests also become different at night. In daylight, kelp forests can look like underwater woodlands, with long brown algae rising toward the surface and fish moving through the blades. At night, the forest becomes more shadowed and secretive. Some fish tuck themselves into shelter. Other animals move out to feed. Sea urchins, crabs, snails, and small predators may become more active along the rocks. Kelp itself is not a plant, but a large brown algae. It grows quickly where cold, nutrient-rich water supports it, and it creates habitat for many species. A kelp forest can shelter fish, invertebrates, sea otters, seals, and countless smaller forms of life. At night, with particles drifting and moonlight filtering down, it can seem almost like a cathedral, made of water and moving leaves. Seagrass meadows and mangrove forests are another part of coastal marine life. Seagrasses are true flowering plants that live underwater in shallow coastal areas. They provide nursery habitat for young fish and invertebrates, stabilize sediment, and store carbon. Mangroves, with their tangled roots in warm coastal waters, shelter young animals and protect shorelines. At night, these habitats can be full of small movement. Fish changing position, crabs foraging, and juvenile animals using roots and blades as cover. Coastal habitats remind us that sea life is not only found in dramatic deep water. Some of the most important ocean life happens near shore, in places that can look quiet from above. A moonlit bay, a mangrove channel, or a seagrass meadow may hold the early life stages of animals that later move into reefs, open water, or deeper habitats. There is also a rhythm between predator and prey after dark. Small animals rise to feed, and larger animals follow them. Squid may follow fish, fish may follow plankton, dolphins may follow fish. The chain is not a simple line, but a web of attention, energy, and movement. Darkness changes the rules of that web. It gains some animals and reveals others. This is why the ocean at night feels so alive, once we know how to imagine it. The surface may look like a sheet of dark glass, but beneath it are migrations, signals, hiding places, hunting paths, and shelters. Life is not paused, it is rearranged. No single image can hold all of that life, but a calm night at sea can help us feel the scale of it. Above the surface there is moonlight and metal, glass and instruments, human curiosity. Beneath the surface there is migration, sound, hunger, shelter, chemistry, and light made by living bodies. So tonight's lesson can close with a simple thought. The ocean after dark is not sleeping. It is turning a quieter page. And if we listen gently, we can learn that life does not always announce itself loudly. Sometimes it rises in the dark, glows for a moment, and disappears again into the blue. I want to thank you for listening to Whisper University. If you made it all the way to the end, I'm very glad you are here. I hope tonight's quiet lesson helped you relax, learn something new, or simply drift for a little while in a calmer direction. If you enjoyed this whispered lecture, you can support Whisper University by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, or leaving a gentle comment with a topic you would like to hear next. It helps this little university grow and helps us keep making the world a little more relaxed and a little more curious through ASMR. Until the next quiet lesson, take care, breathe slowly and rest well.